And welcome into our fourth episode of Nick at Night. I am joined by Nick Derzis. I'm Nicole Alshouse. I see you've got your Derzis for mayor water.
Got it. Listen, it's July and it's hot in Alabama. I can tell you that.
That is right. We are right here at Spain Park because education, we have heard from you, the city of Hoover, and the residents, is such an important topic. Nick, the election's coming up August 26th. We want to remind everybody to go out and vote. Also, to go to the website, derzisformayor.com, to see our episodes. But in the meantime, let's dive into education, because I know it's something you as a father you've had 3 kids go through this school district.
Exactly.
It's priority for you.
It is priority, and I'm so proud of our district. It always ranks very, very high in the state of Alabama yearly. Our education in Hoover is really second to none. It's been very, very impressive what they've done. I have had 3 kids go through the system. We've got one at Spain Park, I graduated here, the other 2 at Hoover High School. And I would say when we talk about Hoover education, you talk about our academics, the standard of excellence for academics here. Athletics has always been a key, and really what they're doing to prepare our kids once they leave here, go on to college, go on to the workforce is fantastic.
Well, and you think about it, people move into Hoover for the school system. I want to share some stats with you guys because I found this interesting, and you probably already know all these. Hoover City Schools rank number 5 best school district in Alabama out of 141 districts. That's huge. Number 1 in Alabama for best school districts for athletes, for all of you athletes out there and the parents of athletes. Spain Park, where we're standing right now, 7th best high school in Alabama, and Hoover High right behind at number 11. No surprise to you, right?
No.
Okay, let's continue on. All 3 middle schools, all 3, think about this, in the top 10 middle schools in Alabama, and 92% of Spain Park students that come right through these doors and Hoover High School seniors tested college ready, which is a testament to the love for education and the teachers here as well.
No question. And knowing many of the professionals, number 1, I think we've probably got right now the best superintendent in the state of Alabama, Dr. Maddox. And it's not only Dr. Maddox, it's the team that he's assembled. The principals, the administrators, the support staff. It's a team effort here at the Hoover Board of Education, and it's obvious when you read those stats that they're all committed to the same thing. Again, what I call standard of excellence.
So let's talk about the standard of excellence. We know that it's a little bit separate, right? So meaning that this is separate from the city and the mayor's office, the school board. Is that correct?
That is correct. The school board is completely separate from the city. The city does appoint the school board, and it's actually the city council that does. The mayor really has nothing to do with it. The city council takes resumes from individuals yearly that want to be on the board. They go through the process, they have a process, and then they make that recommendation themselves, and that person's appointed without the mayor. But it is a complete separate entity. And as mayor, after the 26th of August, I can assure you that I'm going to have an open door. We're going to do everything we can to be very supportive. We've got to keep that open door. I want to meet with the superintendent. We've got to meet with principals. We've got to meet with anybody that has anything to do with the school system. We want to make sure that we can do everything we can to enhance anything that they need, to make sure that we're giving our educators and our students what they need to get into the workforce or to college ready.
And you make a really good point. Even though the mayor is not in control of that, the city council is, you have great relationships with the city council. I think that's important to mention.
Well, there's no question. I've got the majority of city council that have endorsed me. And I think after 9 years as incumbent and they're endorsing me, I think that speaks volumes. And again, when we start talking about relationships and council and school board and the mayor's office not communicating with present council members, I mean, that tells it all too. I mean, there's got to be a good connection, a conduit to make things happen. And when the relationships aren't there, I think it fails.
And the key, really, communication, the transparency, being open with the residents of Hoover, and then also being open with really anybody that's got questions.
Yes. I mean, we've been talking about, just the transparency aspect of it. And again, I look forward to meeting with Dr. Maddox and his staff after the election. And again, we're going to do everything we can to be as supportive as we can as a city.
Well, and speaking of supportive, I know you've got some exciting news. We wanted to share it with you guys first, since you are loyal fans of Nick Nite. But you've actually even thought to be proactive and to gather some of the brightest, most talented individuals to help you and the other team members support the schools.
I have, and I've reached out to some individuals, men and women, that have had a great invested interest in our school system, have had a lot to do with it, and I am proud to announce that I've got an educational advisory committee that I have put together, and these are supporters that want to do everything they can to help with the education of our students in Hoover. And it's going to be a great conduit between these individuals and our school board. And I'd like to announce who they are.
Okay, let's do it. I feel like we need a drum roll for this.
We should. Well, we've got Kermit Kendrick. He's a lawyer with Byrne Foreman. He's a partner there. Just came off the school board after 8 years. I think actually he just came off last month. He was an All-American at the University of Alabama,
wow.
Football player, and just a great guy, and just really excited that he wants to join the team. Craig Kelly. Craig Kelly is an individual who was on the school board for 10 years, came off in 2024. Also had 8 years on the Park and Recreation Board. So the guy had been in Hoover for over 40 years, very well known and invested in really the whole community. His kids also through the Hoover school system. And the next one is Dr. Jennifer Hogan. Just retired the beginning of this month, actually, from Hoover High School. Over 30 years in education, great principal, loved at Hoover High School. 2018 was actually the secondary principal of the year in the state of Alabama, and actually made the top 3 in the country. So very impressive. Next, we've got Elizabeth Tanner, mother of 3, Greystone resident. She's the CEO and president of VIP Personnel, which is a Hoover-based company. She also sits on the board of the Hoover School Foundation. Last but not least, we've got Dr. Tyler Burgess. Dr. Burgess works for Brassford and Gorey. He is in the learning and development portion and workforce development. What I think is fantastic about Dr. Burgess joining us is the fact that when we start talking about RC3, getting kids, high school kids prepared for the workforce, this is exactly what he's doing with Brassford and Gorey, which is actually one of the largest home-owned construction companies in the United States of America today. Dr. Burgess had over 20 years of experience in public education. He's also a Hoover high school graduate, and in 1997, which is pretty impressive, we talk about Bob Finley, and I think I saw his picture when I came in Spain Park High School. Dr. Burgess won the 1997 Finley Character Award, which is a very outstanding thing, and we're very happy that he joined our team also. So again, when I look at the commitment of these guys and lady that have been in education and really care about our education, this will be a conduit to help me when we start talking about things, and they will advise me of things that are coming up to make sure that we're prepared for future things, to make sure that we're doing everything we can to enhance our educational.
And when you think about it, you're so proactive in this, right? So a lot of people would just say, hey, I'm gonna wait until after an election to do something, or to get a education advisory board together, or to start change. You are already thinking and taking the active steps for growth, for change, for economic development, for education in the city of Hoover.
We are. Listen, this administration's had 9 years to get things done. This particular time, 9 years. We're just getting, just recently, a few months ago, we're doing a $200,000 study on the Galleria. They did one back in 2018, and I'm anxious to see that maybe the same answers. 2018 to now, nothing's been done. Now we're 2025, right before election. So we're prepared. The election is August 26th. We're taking over August 27th, and we're already going to have these committees, advisory committees ready to roll, and we're going to make things happen right off the bat. We're not waiting.
And I was going to say, do you think that comes from 40 plus years on the police force, that planning and the being proactive? Because in the line of police work, I've got a lot of officers in my family up north. You have to get things done. Words, talking isn't just enough. You've got to have daily tasks that you can say, check this, check that, for the residents of Hoover.
There's no question. And that's what we do in police work, and that's what we're taking to City Hall. We're not sitting around waiting around. We're making things happen. It's, employees at the city, get ready, because here we come.
Yeah, it's going to be busy.
It's going to be busy. We're making things happen, exactly. And we're tired of sitting around and watching all these promises and things that people in this administration talk about, but there's no action. We can talk about anything. Let's have some action.
Well, and energy. Energy and having the connections and the relationships to get things accomplished. Because you can have all the grand ideas in the world, but if you don't have the relationships to actually set those over the top, it doesn't matter, right?
Sure, absolutely. And I think that's one thing when we talk about, not only do I have the majority of the city council that endorse me, we've got two guys on the Jefferson County Commission that have endorsed me. And these guys have a lot to do with Hoover. And when we talk about, education, you're talking about money. And where does it come from? It comes from a lot of property taxes, Jefferson County, Shelby County. And it's those relationships to help us that we've got connections, and we need things to be able to sit down and talk about things and what can we do? What kind of grants are available? What kind of things can we make happen? And right now we're not going to be sitting asleep at the wheel. We're moving ahead.
Well, and we should also mention, you talked before about you had children come through the education system here. So it's not just business, it's personal. You want the success for the city of Hoover and for the schools because you're a parent too.
Absolutely. And let's face facts. When you talk to people, why do they move to Hoover? The two main ingredients of people moving somewhere, they want to make sure their family's going to be safe, and they want to make sure that they've got a great educational system. Number one, we know we've got a safe city, and I'm proud to say that I've been part of that with my team at the police department. We're moving that team down to City Hall. We're going to make sure that government is responsive, and I can tell you this, there's no question we're going to do everything we can to help our educational system continue being top notch, and we're not going to be satisfied until, instead of being near the top, we want to be at the top.
At the top. He's going to put you, the residents of Hoover, at the top. He's doing that with the transparency in this series, Nick at Night. We've got some questions that you guys submitted. Are you ready for this?
I'm ready. Ready.
Okay, the first one. This is Pat from Shades Creek. She or he, I'm not sure, it's a Pat. I would love to have a tornado shelter in Hoover, maybe at or near the Met. What are your thoughts on this, sir?
Yeah, but there are some buildings that we've talked to EMA and our fire department that are suitable to be able to go to during a tornado. We've thought about the Met because we've got right by the Metropolitan Stadium, we've got really RV park that stays very, very busy actually year round. So we've talked about maybe what's the potential of putting something there, because right now, if there is a warning, we move those people actually inside the stadium. So again, I think that as the city grows, there could be some possibilities of really, what we need to do is to sit down and really see what we've got today. I don't think we've done a really good job in the city of making sure people know what's available. And we've got to do a better job of that. But again, a lot of it has to come down to talking to fire department, EMA folks, and try to get a plan together. And if there's something that we need to do, we need to do it.
Okay, good point. Pat, if you've got more questions, bring them on. The next one comes from Dan in Trace Crossing.
Okay.
We love living in Trace Crossing, but traffic seems to get worse and worse. Every morning, we worry about the bottleneck at 150. For years, Trace Crossing's residents have been promised an additional entrance and exit to Stadium Trace Parkway. Will this ever happen?
Well, it should have already happened. It's been, it was actually approved by the Planning and Zoning Committee 5 years ago. It was actually put 5 years ago. It was actually put on the comprehensive plan of Hoover, the connector road and the parkway. So I'm not real sure what happened, other than to say that that's been a bottleneck for some reason through the mayor's office, and there's been, again, We've talked about great things. We've talked about something that has already been approved. The plan and zoning said it's a great idea. Let's move on it. We've actually got people in the construction field that actually want to build the road. And for some reason, it hasn't happened. So my man, the 27th, look out. We're going to start talking about it. It's coming. I think that needs to happen.
Thank you for that question, because that is frustration when you're trying to get to a meeting on time, get to work, get your child to daycare, whatever.
Yeah, and let's face facts. Over the years, there's no question the roads that were built, I don't know if they were built for 100,000 people that live here, and then all the individuals that use our streets. So they're very, very busy, and we know that road is going to be a help.
Okay, third and final question. This is from Catherine. Catherine resides Caldwell Mills area. Chief Derzis, what is the term of office for Hoover mayor? I thought the mayor served for 4 years, but I read currently the mayor is in his second term, but in his 9th year. I'm confused by this math.
That is correct. Generally speaking, it is a 4-year term for mayors and councilors. The legislature changed that, where every 4 years, which was an even year number, put it on the odd year. So today, this is 2025. So we'll have the election 2025, and then the next election will be 2029, 4 years from now.
Okay, so the current administration has been in 9 years.
Yeah.
And your thoughts on that?
Well, my thoughts is, they had 4 years, and now we've got another 5. And as we talk about Patton Creek, we talk about Galleria, we've got another 5 years. And what have we seen? We've seen, again, lots of talk. We've got all these studies and all these ideas. But again, no one pulls the trigger on anything. I mean, here we are talking about the same stuff here in 2025.
Good points. Okay, you ready for some fun stuff?
Let's go.
He doesn't know these random questions at the end, by the way, so these are completely candid answers. 2 things on your bucket list.
2 things on my bucket list. Wow, that's a good one. I'd like to take a ride in a space deal. One of those, not for days or weeks or months. I'd like to do one of those deals that's up like 5 minutes and come down, but I think that would be lots of fun. And then I'd also, I'd love to, I've driven Talladega, because I told you I'm a sports car guy. I've driven Talladega, I've driven Barbers, but I think kind of a deal would be to, even if I can't drive, I would love to go to Europe and attend as like a VIP. I don't want to be a guy in this. I want to have some access. I want to go to an F1 race because I'm an F1 fanatic.
I thought you were going to say go on the Autobahn and go 150.
Well, I've already done that.
Okay, well then never mind that from the bucket list. Do you think your wife would approve of you going into space?
No, she would not. She would think I was nuts, to be honest with you.
So you see, his visions are big, right? They're not just like little visions. They're going to space. That never crossed my mind for my personal bucket list. So dream big, right? Do big.
That'd be cool.
Okay, one thing, I'll tell you mine first,
Sure.
just so you know. I am afraid of heights. So one thing that you are afraid of.
One thing I'm afraid of.
Spiders?
No, spiders don't bother me. Snakes, I don't like snakes. Yeah, I don't like snakes. I mean, I've been around snakes.
In the literal sense and the figurative.
Yeah, I don't like snakes. I would agree with that. I wouldn't really say scared, unless it's coming at me. It's poisonous, whatever. But I don't like snakes.
Okay.
Yeah,
It's
spiders.
a thing that you're not afraid of heights, though, huh?
No.
Roller coasters?
No. Roller coasters are fun.
Okay. Well, maybe that should be a celebration thing. You go jump on a roller coaster.
Whatever we got to do.
Maybe we'll get one in Hoover. How's that, guys?
We do need the entertainment for the young kids, for sure.
We do.
Okay, best advice that you were ever given, and I know there's tons, but when you look at your parents, I know your father was a military man. When you look at your grandparents, what pops first thing in your mind as something they gave you, a nugget, a lesson, a piece of advice that you still carry with you to today?
My dad, integrity. If you don't have integrity and people can't talk to you and believe what you're telling them, to find out later that you're not telling the truth, that you're lost. You're lost in space, as my dad would say. So integrity is something that he really pounded in my brother and myself at a young age. That always tell the truth, even if it gets you in trouble.
Yeah, good lesson to live by for all of us.
It is.
Last question.
Okay.
What is the longest you've ever stayed awake? Because I asked this because I know in police work, whether it be negotiations or different moments of crisis, there's probably been long spans, but do you remember the longest?
Probably actually without any sleep, probably 36 hours or so. Probably a day and a half.
Alright.
Yeah, so it was a long time.
That is a long
Time, yeah.
But you got the stamina and the energy.
Well, yeah, and a lot of coffee.
On that note, we're going to let you continue with your day, your coffee, whatever time you're watching this. And we hope that you keep watching our series, Nick at Night. Don't forget the date of the election.
August 26th.
And the website.
Derzis for mayor.
And we want you to keep watching. Keep submitting your questions so we can answer them every single Tuesday right here at Nick at Night with Nick Derzis himself, again, running for the position of Hoover Mayor, and the election is August 26th. We thank you for your time.
Thank you.
We know you're busy.
Hey, listen, this has been fun. I love Nick at Night.
Thank you so much. We'll see you next time.
Bye-bye.